All right, so you're welcome back right here to Sports Station on TV3 with me, Thierry Nyann. But this is now time for the Emirates Football Challenge. Welcome, everyone, and it's time for the second, the semi-final, actually, in Emirates Football Challenge Season 2, where we find out who's Ghana's most knowledgeable football fan. Now, the grand prize is 2 flights and match tickets to watch Arsenal live at the Emirates Stadium in London. These are today's contestants. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening. Good evening.
All right, so for the red team, we have Andy, and then we've got Mahmoud as well. Guys, are you ready? Great. And then for the team in the gentleman in white, we've got Ephraim.
Sure.
And then we also have his colleague here, Festus. Sure. Guys, are you also ready?
Sure. Ready.
So, I mean, all of you, all 4 guys, you've been through the preliminary round. This is the semi-final round. Are you nervous?
Not at all. Not at all.
Not at all. You seem very confident. Let's just hope your confidence pushes you through. We'll kick off the semi-final with a quick fire round. Now, guys, I want you to take a listen to this one. Answer as many questions as you can in 30 seconds. And if you do not know the answer, you can't say pass. Each correct answer gives you 1 goal on the scoreboard, okay? So we can go. Team Red, you are first. Now, like you saw, it is just 30 seconds for you, and then we can be able to pull through this particular one. So let's start then, and it starts now. Who is the second most capped player in the Ghana national team?
Andre Ayew.
Wrong answer.
The question again.
Who is the second most capped player in the Ghana in the Ghana national team? Sorry.
Samuel Jan.
No, it's wrong as well. Remember, you can pass if you want to. All right, so your time is up then. You attempted just 1 question. I'm not sure if you got the instructions right, but we'll still move on. The answer is Richard Kinson. So we move on with you in white. You have 30 seconds as well. Are you ready?
Sure.
All right, so we start. Question number 1. What country is Zlatan Ibrahimovic from? Sweden, that's correct. Which club did legend Alfredo Di Stefano play for?
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, that's correct as well. Feyenoord and PSV played in what country?
Netherlands.
Netherlands, that's correct. Now, what are the colors of Borussia Dortmund's home jersey?
Yellow and black.
Yellow and black, that's correct. Where was the World Cup in 2010 played?
South Africa.
South Africa, that's correct as well. And they answered that within 27 seconds. That's pretty much impressive. Now, so that will be it. Then you knew, the team in white, obviously, leading this particular one. We are going to be displaying the results on the screen very, very shortly. But remember, for those of you that are watching at home, of course, on the couch, you know exactly that you can watch live sports on board Emirates. That's right, on ice. You can follow and cheer for your favorite team on or from the clouds. So that is some information from the Emirates for you. We'll go for a commercial break. When we do come back, we definitely are going to be continuing with the Emirates Football Challenge. All right, so you're welcome back to the Emirates Football Challenge right here with me, Thierry Nyann. And now the team in white obviously are in the lead, but it's time for us to see officially how many points they had. 5 goals they have now after round 1. And now for the red team, they do not have any goals scored. That is quite a gap, but let's see if they can be able to bridge that particular one. Over to round 2. All right, so now let's move on straight to the second round. And here we are going to play a clip. Pause it just before something happens. So I want you guys to tell me what happens next after the video is paused. And in this round, you get 2 goals for the right answer. Is that correct? Sure. Are you okay with them? Yeah. All right, so Team Red, this is your clip.
Maradona just walked away from Huddle then. Valdano. Maradona just walked away from Huddle then. Valdano.
That was a penalty given to them.
Sorry?
That was a penalty.
There was a penalty given to them.
Yeah.
Is that your final answer?
There was an offside.
Sorry? Wrong answer to the red team as well. You guys are nervous. Well, let's look at the correct video when we come back. I'm sure they will know better.
Maradona just walked away from Huddle then. Valdano.
That was a famous hand of God by Diego Armando Maradona in in somewhere in the 90s, where Maradona, scored with his hand against the English side. That was a very, very famous one. So that is it for the red team. But for the team in white, this is your video. Tell me what happened after this.
To Roberto Carlos.
After this?
Slipped over the top. To Roberto Carlos.
What happened after this?
Champions League final and Zidane scored.
Zidane scored.
Yeah.
Well, how did he score?
It was a kick, which is considered as one of the best goals in the Champions League.
I'm not asking you to tell me the history to it. I'm asking you to tell me how he scored the goal.
It was he raised his leg up and then hit it like a bicycle kick, kind of.
All right, so I'll give that to him. A bicycle kick. It's a volley by Zinedine Zidane, scoring in 2002 against Bayern Leverkusen. That was as well. So that will be it for round 2. And we are going to be finding out exactly how these gentlemen fared after we see how exactly Zinedine Zidane scored that goal.
Slipped over the top to Roberto Carlos. It pops out to Zidane.
All right, so that was it. Zinedine Zidane scoring after Roberto Carlos putting a delicious cross. That would be. Anyway, so we will come back definitely to find out how exactly these two teams fared in round 2 as well. Team White definitely will be smiling. You're still watching the Emirates Football Challenge right here on TV3 with me, Thierry Nyann, and now the last round to see which team will advance to the grand finale next week. I'm going to show these two teams pictures of different football players that have been jumbled up, and I want you to tell me exactly which player that will be. Now, the team that answers first gets 1 goal per answer. Is that correct? Are you guys okay?
Yeah.
All right. So let's start with this. You have a question?
Yeah. How do you signal you that we have the answer?
You just signal to me. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was a bit of confusion there for Festus. There, he wants to get everything right before he makes any mistakes going forward. But of course, you can just signal me, and I would give you the opportunity to do so. So the instruction still stands. Now it is over for us to see the questions. You just have to let me know, and I'll call you. Whoever raises his hand first, obviously, would get the opportunity to mention a name. Don't mention a name if I've not asked you to. Is that all right? All right, thank you very much. All right, so first picture then. You raised your hand first.
Dimitri Payet.
Wrong.
Eden Hazard.
Eden Hazard, that's correct. All right, so to the next picture then. All right, we'll see the correct picture before we move on to the next picture. All right, so you see there, Eden Hazard. All right, so let's move on to the next picture. All right, so I saw your hand out first. Sorry?
Jordan Ayew.
That is Jordan Ayew. Well, let's see the correct one. We'll come back and then know. All right, so that's correct then. Jordan Ayew, obviously, in a Swansea shirt. Let's move on then, and the third picture. Your hand was up first. Your hand was up first.
N'Golo Kante.
N'Golo Kante, that's correct as well for the red team. What you can always look at different screens. There are so many screens in the studio, so you can look at it from anywhere. All right, so the fourth picture that would be. All right. So my producer tells me it's the team in white. They raised their hand first.
Romelu Lukaku.
Romelu Lukaku, that's correct as well. So that is it for the team in white. They had that particular one correct. All right, so there's going to be a last picture jumbled up for these contestants to look at, and then they can tell us exactly who that player is. All right, so Team White?
Dimitri Payet.
Dimitri Payet, that's, well, the correct picture, is going to be telling us. All right, so that's it. Dimitri Payet in a French jersey over there. So that is it then with, these players and, of course, the identifications. Okay, so with the final standing, we'll come back and look at the results. Let's go for this quick break. When we do come back, we'll find out a lot more on that. So that was it then with the Emirates Football Challenge. Of course, we are going to be announcing the results, and then we'll know who exactly came up tops for this particular week. And of course, remember, this is the semi-final of this particular season. So for the team in white, they had a total of 9 goals, and then for the team in red, they had a total of 3 goals. You guys should definitely be excited after these performances. So for the team in red, they are the losers, and I've got some souvenirs here from the Emirates for you. Of course, hard luck, but it gets better. It gets better going forward. You can definitely try better next time. For the team in white, I must congratulate you. You guys have done well.
Thank you.
You are into the final, and this definitely means that you guys are going to be competing against each other. Great job, guys. Like I said, this is the Emirates Football Challenge. It is a very, very, very interesting. So, last of all, the question for the viewer last week, and I asked how many channels of great entertainment you can enjoy on Eyes on Board Emirates, and the correct answer is over 3,500 channels. Including the latest movies, music, games, and live sports. Well done to the Emmanuel Bediako from East Legon, who got it right, an Emirates prize set on its way to you. I'm going to be showing that to you pretty shortly. So for this week's Emirates question, I'm wondering how many destinations, now take a listen to this if you're watching from home, how many destinations in Europe does Emirates fly to via Dubai? Is it 13, 25 or 40? Send what you think is the right answer to 050-141-3708, and you too can stand a chance with Emirates gift set. Remember, the contact is 050-141-3708. I'm going to be repeating the question. Now, how many destinations in Europe does Emirates fly to via Dubai? Is it 13, 25 or 40? You can send your answers to 050-141-3708. That happens to be it. Now, I hope that I see you next week, of course, for the grand finale, where we are also going to be looking at the ultimate prize, a football trip for 2 to watch Arsenal live at the Emirates Stadium. See you and goodbye.